Well, howdy, everybody. I'm rancorsteve, and this is the 124th episode. We have not been canceled yet, but today it's a Hangout episode. Everyone likes Hangout episodes. Yeah, who knows? Dark Helmet and Zelda might have a new blossom of a date coming up soon. Who knows? We'll find out in the chats. We'll find out in the chats. All more in today. And also, who would win? 100 men versus a gorilla? Come on. It's the bear. Well, howdy there, and welcome to Man-O-Rama. I'm your host, rancorsteve, and I sound like it's a 60-minute. I don't know. We're gonna go around the table. Dark Helmet, how's your week? They're all shy.
I've had a decent week. I could complain, but it wouldn't do no good, so it's been awesome.
Nice. And Canadian Spider-Man, how's your week?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, my week has been fantastic. It was a fantastic week. But I'll tell you what, I just went and paid $22 for this in communist fucking Canada. So that's how my week has been going. $22 for this.
That's golf clap.
Welcome to communism. Hi. Let's keep printing. Just keep fucking printing money, Canada. Just keep printing money. Just fucking keep printing money. That's how I'm doing.
And Vincent.
Could be better, but I can't complain.
All right.
Hey, you woke up on this side of the grave.
This is true. Every day above ground's a good one.
That's, right, unless you're in Canada.
Yeah.
And the doctor's trying to talk you into killing yourself. Yeah.
Enjoy Carney.
We got the basement dwellers on here.
Right, holy fuck.
And JRC.
Hello. It's good to be back. Well, it's been a pretty good week. Have some big news. Apparently, I know this. My stepson just proposed to his girlfriend, and she said yes. So I am willing to welcome a new member of our family soon. So yeah,
nice.
And I'm not in Canada too.
Hey,
that's even better.
Yeah, but you're in the Navy, so same thing.
Oh, that's true.
No, there's less anal sex in the Navy.
I don't know about that. Not unless you're stationed on a submarine.
That I'm going to have to really do some research about. Well, maybe not do research because I might get caught.
Maybe get called into your command.
Yeah.
We need to have a talk.
There's a submarine parked in Sydney Harbor in Australia.
Gives new meaning to captain's mast.
That's right. That's when we say you're going up.
Or down.
My week has been pretty good.
No one cares about how your week went, Steve.
Yeah. Shut up, midget.
Fair enough.
Your day's been short, like you. Steve, don't get short with us.
Anyway, that's the show. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
Thanks for having a great show, everybody.
Good night.
Anyways, as I was saying, dicks. No, my week's been pretty good. A couple weeks ago, I enrolled in online classes of construction. So,
I thought you were
somehow they let short people to actually do these classes. So, good luck, guys.
Congratulations.
Why is this door 4 feet when the person's 6 feet? Well, I fit it to size.
Wah, wah.
I knew I was going to get you, Dark Helmet. I knew it. Oh, man. You know what? We're going to get into... I'm proud of that joke. That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good one. But we're gonna do "Don't Be That Guy," everybody.
Twitter.
I like how it says Twitter and it's not even called that. Whoops.
Now you done it.
Oh, there we go. Well,
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
that was copyright infringement right
Well,
there.
that's going to be a short episode of Cops.
Oh,
Steve
man.
will be chased by the cops running under kitchen tables without ducking.
Dude, that would be pretty funny. I
Hiding
wouldn't
under
lie.
the kiddie
That would be a
pool.
good episode. I'd be laughing the entire time.
Like that one
I know.
episode, the guy was hiding under the kiddie pool. That'd be Steve.
That would.
Yep. It would be. It would be. So, don't be that guy. We pretty much. It used to be where we make fun of Sims. Now it's just we make fun of everyone. And here's the thing: if I find one of your tweets or anything I find of you on, I'm just watching Canadian Spider-Man at this point. Chop.
He
Chop
just
I lost
wood.
respect. I lost respect for him right now because he's wearing flip flops. Sandals.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to
I
say.
don't.
Cover your
Okay,
feet up,
here's
you
the first
nasty
stuff for-
bastard.
Oh man, that
Here-
went right through.
here- No,
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
call it out right now.
No.
Here's the first. What? You gonna say something, Vincent?
I just want to tell him no. Don't do that.
I know.
Someone
Here's the
suffering.
thing,
I've,
guys.
I've seen chainsaw accidents. Don't do that shit.
Don't do it. Oh.
So here's the first one for "Don't Be That Guy." This is live, everyone.
You.
Don't wear flip flops or sandals when you're using a chainsaw.
Or Crocs.
I don't. It's just don't do that. But here we're gonna get into it. The first one, this one here.
And there
This
goes
was
his foot.
submitted.
No, there you go.
Here is the first one. It was sent in by JRC. Vineyard Church Miami brings in a mascot for the kids' church. Wags the worship wolf. Guys,
Yeah, look at the dark.
I don't have to explain any further of what's
He's-
going on.
Yeah,
Fur
Let me go
being
get my
the operative
Bible real
word.
quick.
yeah. You know how they always say the phrase? Yeah, it is.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
No,
But how is this different from when they used to bring Smokey the Bear into elementary school?
at least Smokey the
Well-
Bear was doing something good.
And he wasn't trying to push an agenda.
Yeah.
Well, at least not a bad agenda.
Well, here's
You know, at
the
least
thing.
Smokey the Bear. Hold on, Smokey the Bear was at least telling young Christian boys not to rub sticks together and start fires.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Now, I will say this. I'm going to play
I thought he
devil's
was-
advocate here. Not necessarily devil's advocate, but I'm going to break it down of why this may have actually happened, because some churches don't really think about these things. And I'm just so we have a rant that just came in, and when there's a rant, I stop the conversation to do these. So Zelda with a $1 rant, thank you very much. Oh look, it's Steve in his furry suit.
Fair enough.
Does that mean Steve got his hair back?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did I get my hair back?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think so. But no. So some churches, they'll plan these out, but they won't think all the way sometimes because usually they're
Yeah.
stressed out or they have a bunch of things to do. I think that's what happened is the person who came up with this.
Someone's
think
dying.
about
Someone's
this.
dying. So-
Yeah. If there's a church that's watching, which I'd be shocked if you're watching right now,
Probably not.
yeah.
because I know we have a lot of Christians that are on this podcast, and there's some that aren't Christians that are on this podcast, and some that are, and we don't like to divide like Obama and Biden with
Everybody has the
racism.
right to their own opinion.
Yeah. And here's another one. Zelda's. No, it's Dark Helmet with the $1. He goes, "This is what happens when churches are not biblical." Steve is a fag. Fuck you. You know what's funny about these rants is I'll read them and I don't proofread it.
I'm dying. Sorry.
It's like a teleprompter in the news, like in Anchorman.
Mm.
Sorry, Jared.
All right,
so
we're
you're
gonna
in
get to the
Navy.
next
It's not
one.
the first time you've choked on something.
Yeah, I know. Man, that was huge. Anyway.
So here's one. Your car is too close to my house. There's better spots. I will have you towed. Try me. You will lose. Guys, what's the problem with this?
It's a public street, and they can park wherever the hell they want.
Thank you.
Mhm.
As long as they're not blocking your driveway.
It's
Thank you.
THEIR
Yeah,
is
the
better
person who wrote
spots.
that didn't
Yeah,
make
that
it
too.
Actually, it's supposed to be there are better spots.
And
So-
you-
Oh, wait,
Your
sorry. That
car.
was my note.
oh, that was
And,
That
your
was my
and,
note.
and your car is not right.
Was
Your
that-
our
That was my
car.
note. I have bad grammar. No, I was kidding. This is not my
Okay,
note.
Steve, check the
Well,
check.
tell Gary not to park in front of your house the wrong way then.
Every time I hear Vincent check your DMs, I'm scared.
Yeah, me too.
It's hard to take anyone seriously that doesn't know which
Fuck
there
you.
to use. No,
Or
but I wouldn't
your.
take it seriously because a child wrote
I'm not
this.
talking to you about today's Spider. I just saw this. You know what?
Post it.
Yeah.
And the toad. TOAD.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Oh.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
So we're gonna
Public
go to the
education
next one.
system, people.
That is how you spell toad, though, to be fair.
If you're
No, it's
talking about a
not.
frog,
True.
Yeah.
Does that mean like
Motorola's.
it's like if it's like your car's being TP'd but it's being towed? Like
Yeah.
people are throwing lots of toads on it.
yeah.
Something like that.
All right. So here's the next one, guys. Now I don't know if this is true or not. Sean Penn, who compared Trump to Bin Laden, that's a far stretch. That's a new one. That's a new one. It's either he's now Hitler. Is Zelda texting you right now? She's like, "What's up?" I've never heard Trump being considered Bin Laden. That's a new one.
Actually, yeah, she just did.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
was-
I had to interrupt that on that one. You were right.
And then he
Steve,
goes,
you called it.
Zelda,
announces
man.
he will leave the United States. What's the problem with this, guys?
Well, I didn't know Harvey Milk was still alive.
Yeah, and
And nobody cares.
yeah, and nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. Like Rosie O'Donnell, I moved to Scotland. Okay,
Let's just
bye.
say
Nobody cares.
those greenhouse gases got a little higher this year with all the amounts of celebrities leaving the United States.
Well, you know what's funny about Rosie O'Donnell that you bring it up? She moved to Ireland. Guess who's trying to run for president of Ireland?
Yep.
Conor
Oh.
McGregor. Guess
Oh, yeah.
what? He's a big Trump conservative guy. Guess what? Where do you think?
Oh, dear.
You know what? That's
might
what
win.
we need to do.
He
Hold
might
up.
win.
I came up with what?
He might win it.
Yeah, he might.
He actually might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I mean, Trump fucking is president of the United States. Jesus Christ. Who saw
Yeah.
that coming 30 years ago?
Shut up, Canada. You just sit back there and be quiet. You guys are like, just
Yeah.
be quiet.
Go drink your
But-
$22 beer.
Or go move to Alberta and
Fuck
go,
off, right?
Why
Okay.
annex?
That's a
Well,
sore
here's the other
point.
thing.
You know that's a sore point.
I know.
But
Like your butt.
I just came up with an idea.
Be fine
We
with
just
American
ship
tickets.
Rosie O'Donnell to every country. And that country would just vote in a conservative type president or leader into those countries. I figured it out.
See,
Or Ellen DeGenerate.
I don't know. That almost sounds like you're spraying a pandemic a little bit.
It's one that I'm gonna do.
That's how you start
I
World
don't
War
care.
III.
Golly.
I know. We're gonna go to the next one.
It's an army of
Um,
female armpit hair.
This one is a little interesting. This person said, I discovered my dad was watching my OnlyFans. That's not even the worst part. I felt dirty. I felt violated. I felt betrayed. And then he crossed the line even more. Mom,
Wait.
Ellie,
What is the name
What?
of this news source?
Kid Spot. I don't know. I saw it
What?
on X.
What?
Why is
What?
that
Yeah.
something called?
Hang
Here's
on.
the thing.
News.com.au. It's an Australian website.
That explains it.
But it's called
Yeah.
Kids Spot.
It's awesome.
Why is this on Kids Spot?
Because
I don't
It's
know.
Australia.
But here's the thing,
Wow.
ladies. This is why you shouldn't do OnlyFans. You never know.
Don't be a whore.
Yeah, just don't.
We're gonna have to
Just
form
don't.
a command.
And it's more. It's not. I'm not bagging on her as much because she's pretty much a slut. She's like a D porn star. Like she's just like at the bottom of the list of. That's what OnlyFans is.
Making
But
$7-8 a month.
it's the dad.
Yeah, why?
That's all we're gonna leave it.
Why
We're
are you
gonna go on
watching-
to the next
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Although statistically, there's a 25% chance it's not actually her dad.
No.
Leave it to the Canadian to make excuses.
Yeah. So here's Brittany Venti.
Women be lying, man.
Yeah. So she said race draft. The whites or blacks claiming me. Whichever race claims me is the team I'll join. What's the problem with this?
I'm going to offer her to the Asians in the draft.
She's named after a Starbucks drink.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or at least the size. Sorry, yeah.
Leave it to somebody from the Navy to bring up Starbucks.
Brittany 20 ouncer.
What has she done? Like what
Show
bad
off
reputation are we onboarding?
She's
not that
doing
she's
the
unattractive.
No, it's the fact that she's actually doing this whole race bait thing and then showing off her in a skirt and then like a really tight shirt. It's like women don't do this. Even though she's trolling, she's retarded. She is. She literally got suspended on X because of some post she did, and then the only thing that you could do is, hey, just delete the post, and then you're good. And then she fought it, and then she ended up deleting it. It's like
it's the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the kind
Just
of woman.
don't do.
Oh, go ahead, Steve.
No, continue.
No, she's the type of woman, in my opinion, that she's going to be late 30s, early 40s. She's going to be alone. She's going to have a bunch of cats and wonder why no man wants her. Why she's alone. She's single, doesn't have kids. She's going to be miserable, and she's going to blame men for her stupid decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of the ending of the Peter Pan remake where Wendy dies alone as like a single old lady. It's like going, she's so happy to die alone.
I think she's in her mid-30s now.
Oh, she's probably been ran through how many times?
Oh, she's definitely a mid for sure.
It's not that she's not unattractive, but
no,
she's probably been ran through so many times. A lot of guys are not going to want her now.
Hang on, we don't know that. You can't judge. You don't know. She's
Canadian
someone's
Spider-Man.
daughter.
Hold up. Nope. Says the guy who can't tell the difference between a man and a woman.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot her naked.
No, here's the thing. I have a counter argument on what you just said. It's how she's posing right now. Look at my jugs.
Oh, apparently
she's only popular because of her cleavage. Lovely Carrie said she's 28. She's 28. She's not going to age well.
At 28, she should be married and have children and a family by now.
But she's posing. She does.
True.
Here's the thing about all these internet women who are popular. Not all, but majority of them. They wear these low, tight shirts and showing off their cleavage, or they have to put on 30,000 push-up bras to just get something there. I don't know, but it's
AAA.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't do that. She's an attention whore.
All I'm gonna say is this: she should enjoy it while she can, because she's gonna age.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 more years.
Yeah, give her 5 more years.
We're gonna go to the next one.
The fucking page views are gonna go down and down.
I love seeing posts of gay pride.
So here,
speaking of which,
here's Harry.
That's derogatory.
Our favorite.
I live in the U.S. I can say that
guy says Trump's building in New York City is really ugly. It ruins Fifth Avenue. Then why are you on the street?
That building's been there longer than he's been alive. He needs to shut his little bitch mouth. Be a good little princess and go make me a steak.
That's exactly right.
Ooh, a steak sounds good.
I know
All
it
right.
does. Medium
So
rare.
Zelda did a $1 rant.
He
She
needs
said
to shut his man pleaser.
Zelda did a $1 rant. She said she should be married and having children at 28. I'm 27. No, you're not. You're like 25. I don't know. Geez, Dark Helmet. Ooh.
Hey Zelda, if you met me a few years ago, you'd have at least 3 or 4 kids right now because I'm very
Dang.
fertile.
Dark, you got a fan.
Ooh.
You have a fan.
Yeah,
I
you should have seen the
know.
other. You should have seen the last episode.
Yeah.
They
Do
were
we
on fire.
need to start up a GoFundMe for the hotel room?
Yeah, what type of hotel room are you guys looking for? Like
Red Roof Inn's fine.
Ritz?
No, Red
Hilton?
Roof Inn's fine.
Capsule Hotel.
Motel 6? Red
One
Roof?
that pays by the second.
Best Western? Like, what are we looking for?
Howard
You
Johnson.
want comfort or do you want excitement?
I just want excitement.
So Best Western.
I was going to say that's a local street shelter.
I'll put it this way: we're going to play the song "Brown Eyed Love" a whole lot.
Ah.
That way you don't get them pregnant.
Yeah, but if you look at it the
JRC's
other way,
like, I'm going to have to pray for every one of these heathens tonight.
Yeah, excuse me. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
can't get them pregnant, but in the end, someone's farts are going to sound like sighs.
Hey, I don't care where me and Zelda are. Either way it goes, her legs are going to be up in the air.
That's an interesting westerly wind coming that direction.
Well, depending on what you do, it might be a southerly wind, if you know what I mean.
Yes, you are Zelda. Okay.
Steve's over there like, oh, we're totally going to get canceled.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is
Yeah.
the least of my worries. If we haven't been canceled, or if this podcast hasn't been canceled already, then we're good.
Yeah. Are we still online? You know,
I know.
After that interview with the Ku Klux Klan guy.
Why is there a lawyer outside for a
Yeah.
restraining order?
Hey, we
Wait,
heard sirens earlier outside
What?
of Steve's place. So, yeah.
You suddenly hear FBI and the door gets kicked in.
Warrant.
Yeah.
All right. And that fire sounds great, Canadian Spider.
I know, it does sound nice.
Yeah,
I
if
know.
it gets too loud, I'll.
Oh,
No,
no, it's
that-
quite
that-
relaxing.
That sets the ambience. I love it.
It does.
Yeah.
Hey, there's plenty of room around here for each and every one of you anytime.
Nice.
We
I'm
need
going to dive in.
Did you hear that, Zelda? There's a
just
lap for you.
We just
Yeah,
have
it's
How
Really
many
one
hours, JRC? Like 30 hours straight and you'd be here.
Yeah, I know.
we
Yeah,
just
I'm
have
like
to bring.
climbing
30 hours, it wouldn't take me or JRC probably, what, 4 hours to probably fly up there and get there?
I can get there.
I meant by car. Don't fly.
Don't-
Never fly.
Yeah, I'm not getting on anything that has
They
Boeing
scan
on
your
it.
thumbprints
Oh.
now when you go through the airport.
Unless it's a fighter jet, because that's McDonnell Douglas.
Oh, you mean actually flying like an airplane, not flooring it the entire time?
No, I'll go pick JRC up. We'll travel up there.
Yeah. We'll hop right in.
So, if
and bring
everyone's
it.
watching, what, Vincent?
I was going to say, and bring $22 for beer.
Yes.
No kidding.
For a beer.
That's a touchy point.
Isn't that $11 American?
Hey, if I cross the border with Yingling, well,
Probably
the
is.
customs
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
So, if anybody's watching right now and they're wondering what is going on, this is a hangout. There's no specific topic. It's
No.
just us hanging out. Gives us a chance to just hang out and do whatever, all that fun stuff. The Rumble rant is open. I know Dark Helmet and Zelda have this flirting combatant going on back and forth. Don't do that whole no, it wasn't me. We all know it was you. You can't hide from us. You look like the fucking.
Hi, my
Unabomber
name's
right now.
Mike. I'm under witness protection.
Hey, when did Harry Sisson get here?
Long as it's not Mike Myers. He was named in the Diddy trial today, apparently, or yesterday.
Oh, that's
Wait, really?
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Is it any surprise?
Mike Myers, ever since he joined with Carney, nah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm sure Diddy had him up against the bed rail a few times.
That's more information than
Allegedly.
Are we still online?
Allegedly.
Hi, are we?
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
Hello.
Just making sure. Yeah.
Oh,
this is
man,
a
you
little-
guys will get me canceled.
You're welcome.
That's
Yeah.
we have
I mean,
a
I'll be in
secret
a little
bet
cave
coin
and be
that
like-
you don't know about.
You do know they issue a
What?
challenge coin for that.
Oh, there's no bet.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What?
Challenge
There's a
coin.
bet?
Yeah.
No, there's no bet.
I've seen the
Disregard
dumpster fire challenge coin. I would like to get one of those.
What's that?
Well, it's a challenge coin is like in the military, you get like these big commemorative coins that usually.
I know
people
what that
buy.
is.
Yeah, but they had one I've seen one that they have a dumpster fire. It's like you're the best thing that's ever happened to the internet or something like that. And it's like a dumpster fire. I was like, I got to find that. So
We need a Man-O-Rama challenge coin now.
yeah, very challenging.
Well, if I get funds coming in, sure, I'll make one.
Yeah, Zelda, send us more than $1, please.
Yeah, we need at least $90 more, please.
Yeah, please. We find out she's sending $1 Canadian, so it's like 50
the
cents.
coins
Then
are-
I'm screwed.
No, it's probably
The more
$1 from like an African country.
It's 1 yen. Anyway,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
the more colors on the challenge coin, the more costs. So we'd pay extra for the yellow, for the school bus yellow.
Yellow.
Will it be a short
The
bus?
short,
Yeah.
the short bus. Yeah.
It's got to be
Who
a
said
short
there's
bus.
gonna
for
be a short
Man-O-Rama.
bus on there? Should
There
there be?
has to be.
If I made a challenge coin, should there be a short bus on there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's democracy.
You know, someone's gonna see that, and be like, the retarded podcast.
And at the top, it would just be like, "Yay!"
That's our theme. That's our theme. Man-O-Rama, come ride the short bus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That no.
We don't promise you're going to
GRC,
learn.
That's. Oh man, that's asking for a lot.
Yeah,
That could be our
Oh,
motto.
man.
We don't promise you're going to learn anything.
yeah. Like tonight. What are we learning tonight? First of all, don't invite a furry to lead your worship team in
Oh my
at
goodness.
church.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
please,
we
what else
shouldn't
are
have
we
had
doing?
Rancorsteve here at all. You're right.
What else are we going to learn? Dark Helmet and Zelda will soon perform the beast with two backs. And let's see, what else? Steve's gay.
oh,
Is it okay? It's because
Canadian
I'm wearing a
Spider-Man
black
doesn't like
coffee.
paying $22 for beer. And who wouldn't, really?
And pepperoni. That was
and even though I'm married with 2 sons of my own, I'm still considered the virgin. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
You're
looked
an
in
innate.
here?
You're not a virgin.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
know.
tapped once or twice.
Yeah, it still itches. So.
Devout Catholics have been known to do unspeakable things.
Zelda, thank you for another $1. We need like 500 more, please.
All right, so Zelda did a $1 rant. She goes, I want to apologize to everyone who now has the impression that I would do unspeakable things. I'll have you know I am a devout Catholic. Hey,
There you go, Dark. That's
Hey, once you get married officially, then there's nothing unspeakable.
Zelda, just to let you know, once you go dark, you never go back. Anyways.
Yeah.
anyway. Moving on.
Saw to me,
We are
saw to
shooting
you.
off viewers left, right, and center.
Hey Zelda,
Well,
let's put it this way: if we get married, you're going to see that the South can rise again.
Oh my. Are we still online? I'm sorry. I'm just making
Is this
sure.
entire podcast going to be conducted through a stream of innuendo? Because-
Yeah, pretty much.
probably.
Because if it is,
Probably.
it's fucking awesome. Let's
Dude,
keep
look,
that.
Yeah.
Start.
Like
been the
innuendo
best
is
show
funnier than
ever.
being blunt. That's the
You
thing.
know what? If we ever did a live event, the whole entire episode is
They are
of the live event is just innuendos.
No.
Like we all walk out in nice suits, black and white suits, and we just do innuendo jokes the entire
No.
time.
You mean like your last Lego build when I put on a shirt and a tie?
Yes.
That was- I was going to say you dressed up for that Rant. I
No,
remember
if we,
that.
if we
which
do
I
it,
still have.
if we do a live show, I'm going to bring a bunch of bananas and I'm going to eat them in front of Steve, and I'm going to maintain eye contact the entire time.
At once.
Except when he eats the bananas, he's not going to chew them or at all. He's just going to be.
And I'm going to wink at him.
Oh, that's so
Oh
hot.
god. I did have someone, so I posted on X Sunday when I was filming at the church, and I get a text, and I didn't see it because I'm filming. I can't look at my phone, and it was one of my buddies, Mike. He's like, "I've spotted you. I now know a podcaster at the church," and I posted it. And a couple of my friends were like, "Don't get too cocky with being like, someone spotted me." I was like, "No, I'm dead serious. There's a guy that at my church that watches the podcast." Even though it was hilarious because it was just, and he even told me, he was like, "Post it on X." And he did like a wink face. And I was like, "Gosh, okay."
Oh no.
And then I told him, I was like, "Can you make a clearer type picture?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Your phone kind of sucks." At least make me look good.
Dude, at least wipe off the lens, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
That was a challenging wank.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, look, I know you. Yeah.
I did tell that to Gary because he goes to conventions, and I was supposed to go to one a while back.
What
Holy
kind
shit.
of conventions does Gary go to?
Hold on. I'll get to it. But Zelda just did a $20 rant. Holy crap. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the rants. I do want to say that.
That's one
Even though I
challenge.
have a lot of fun, and I like to have one challenge point. I enjoy getting the rants. I'm very humble that people actually do this because it actually helps the podcast and actually helps me plan things of what we want to do. There's big things I want to do with this podcast. And she said, with the $20 rant, thank you very much, Zelda. She goes, "Vincent, be careful about the banana thing. You might get more than you bargaining for from Steve."
That's exactly what I'm counting on.
Yeah.
She goes, "I accidentally sent that as a 20. Jeez." Well,
Wow.
Right.
Uh-huh. Well, just to let you know, you just bought a 6-pack. Congratulations.
there you go.
Yeah.
In Canada, you Canadian Pirates like
Look at me. Yeah, you look at that look on his face.
So we went to a convention in San Francisco.
No idea.
And
Sorry.
the look, dude. So Gary's gone to these conventions, and he's always told me, he was like, "Hey, where's Rancor Steve? Where's Rancor Steve?" And I told him one time when he got back, I was like, "Dude, no one would recognize me." He's like, "Yeah, they would." I was like, "Buddy, I'm like 2 feet shorter than you. No one is going to recognize me." He started chuckling, and I was
That's
like, "It's
exactly
okay,
why
you can
they
laugh."
would recognize you.
I know.
Yeah.
Where's the midget?
Yeah, no.
So
He goes-
we go to the one in San Francisco, and I was told specifically, and here's the thing with me, don't tell me don't do something, because I'm not thinking about it, but now I'm thinking about it. He said, "Whatever you
Right.
do,
No, I'm
do
gonna
not make fun of the fans," because I've been known to make fun of nerds on X, and a lot of people don't like me for that. I'm a nerd at heart. I just matured. I grew up.
Well,
And
yeah.
so we go there. It is the hardest thing a person who likes to be an ass. Like, I was like, dude, I can make fun of all these people. And like Gary's like, "Do not do this." There was a big old board that you can draw things on. I was like, this is my moment. So I said Man-O-Rama was here, Rancor Steve. And right under it, I said Star Trek. Not Trek, track. I've never seen a Trekkie get so pissed off. Because I didn't walk back and then sat down and just watched to see if anyone can spot it. There was this Trekkie that saw it. He lost his ever living mind. He scratched it out and then walks away. He goes, "It's Star Trek." And then there's a whole entire conversation. I was like, "No, it's Star Trek. Get it right."
I like
And
to
Gary's
think,
like, "You got to stop this. We have to go." I was like, "What?"
I like to think if somebody sees Gary at a convention, they say, "Hey, where's Rancor Steve?" And he just says, "Well, look down." Oh,
Yeah,
there he
look
is.
down.
You know.
Why Rancor Steve's hanging
Yeah.
off a Gary's belt line?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey guys.
Hey guys,
And
hi.
then Dark Helmet did a $5 rant. Thank you very much, man.
Wow, who's that?
He said, "Zelda, I hope you're ready for the Schwartz."
Yeah, you.
Go in peace, my child. May the Schwartz be with you.
Yes.
But you are a nerd, Steve, because your very name is Rancor Steve.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a...
Well, okay, so yes, I make fun of nerds to the point of
And yet
it's-
you are one.
well, yes, but here's the thing. I matured out of the whole like who would win in a fight, Wolverine or Professor X? Like
Did
for
you?
me, it's
Who
like
owns
Well, while you guys are arguing about that,
Orion
I'm going to be
Legos?
having sex.
with your hand.
see,
You
that's
own
what
a
I'm saying.
DeLorean.
It's like what?
You own a Lego DeLorean.
Yeah, that's true.
See, that's what
Yes,
that's
I
the
know.
whole point. You pointed that out.
Oh,
Like
no, Steve. Denial is a river in Egypt.
That's right.
Okay? You're a nerd.
Vince, I swear
I
you could
am.
be an NPR host or something like that. You got
But-
that buttery voice.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bad insult.
but
Don't
Here's the
deny
thing.
who you are, Steve.
no, I'm not.
go.
I'm
No, you are. You're
Just
denying
shut up.
it.
I'm trying to. No, I
Like
am.
Canadian Spider-Man said, your name is Rancor Steve. Rancor.
Do you even know what Rancor means? It's
Yeah.
not. I
Yeah.
wasn't
It's not the
named
name of
after-
the alien. Yes.
Yeah, it's also Rancor, meaning noise, din, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's also a monster in Return of the Jedi.
Yes!
But
Which
I was
more
not
people-
given that name because of Rancor from Star Wars.
Yeah, but you
But
see,
most people know it from there.
with
I know.
today's
Most
zeitgeist,
nerds.
everybody, ooh, Rancor. Did they name you for the Star Wars monster? Yes,
Well-
yes, they fucking did.
You said,
No,
is your
okay.
name a troll? You're literally trolling with your name. Are you kidding?
Maybe.
You
No,
ratchet
so-
little bastard.
Here's the thing. I am a nerd. I am. But there's a certain level of nerds, I think. Like I'm the nerd that respects the like old stuff, and I
There goes
cherish
some
those things.
So you're
The
trying
what?
to say there's a nerd hierarchy.
$8.
Oh yeah,
All
there's
pigs are
nerds
equal.
that take
Some
it
pigs
where they
are
go
more
on
equal than
X and be
others,
like,
right,
Zack
JSP?
Snyder's is Superman's the best. No, James Gunn's the best. Like those bickering stuff. Like that's the nerd things I avoid because it's pointless conversations. It's just
Oh
petty.
yeah, absolutely. That shit's gay. Gay as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
Me, I'm
that's-
more of like I'm a nerd, but I'm gonna go shoot my sig or like go do something, help build something, do something where it's like I don't have to be
Shoot my
online all the
sig?
time.
Did he just say shoot my sig was a nerd thing?
No.
You're Canadian. You don't understand.
no, shush you.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you'd be quiet. I agree.
Is-
We're not
Canadian
allowed
Spider-Man
to, what's
is-
a sig? We're not allowed to have sigs.
Well,
Well,
that
I'm
sounds
sorry
like
you live in a
that sounds like
communist
a you
nation.
problem and not a
Yeah,
me
that's
Yeah.
not
problem.
our problem. We're Americans.
Now, Canadian Spider-Man, if Blair White came up to you, are you gonna flirt with her?
him.
MGTOW, man, MGTOW. You
Yeah.
know,
How many tequilas he's had might determine that.
no, MGTOW. Solid,
What if
man.
what
I
if
have
she
no
what
time.
if she,
I'm busy. I got
Steve,
no
what-
time for this. I'm too
What if-
busy.
You got to be
What
careful.
if-
You're
what
going to
if
stoke
she-
that fire.
what if she gave you a sig?
I'm too busy. Well, okay, is it registered?
Oh
If
no.
it's not registered, now we're talking.
Nothing's illegal if
We have
you
to
don't get caught.
register everything here. As of course I've registered everything I own. Naturally,
Now,
of course I
Vincent,
have.
when you said if
Yes.
she would give him her sig, are you referring to what I think you're referring to, or the actual firearm?
No, the actual firearm. I was gonna
Oh,
go
okay.
there. You know,
I went
thought
there.
you-
I don't
Well, she doesn't have a barrel anymore. She has a.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
she doesn't.
She has a
Did she
pocket.
really do the?
she's got a
Yeah,
chamber, but
she had the complete surgery. Yeah,
she has a chamber, no barrel.
yeah, she has a
Mm.
chamber. Exactly. She's just waiting for. She has a boyfriend, but she's waiting for the round to be inserted.
Oh, so they did a Mrs. Garrison.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I like Canadian Spider-Man's face right now. He'd be like, "So you're saying there's
he's
a
thinking
chance?"
about it. He's like, "Well, I might."
So you're saying there's
No,
a
I'm
chance?
just thinking
There's
the
a
degree
chance.
of mental. Like you're gonna chop your dick off. How much mental damage do you have? Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
But
No,
Zelda.
I'd
Blair-
rather
Actually,
take
Blair
my
has
arm.
actual gender dysphoria. Blair actually has legitimate
Yeah.
gender dysphoria.
So
That's fine.
Zelda did a $1
a good
rant.
fucking
Goes
smack to the head will take care of that.
Zelda did a $1 rant. Going, I'm just sending rants so I can be an unofficial member of Man-O-Rama and drive you all crazy. Well,
Oh,
you're
baby,
driving
my
Dark
nipples are
Helmet
so
crazy.
hard right now. You have no idea.
I'm just here for the fill-in.
Yep. JRC's going to record it. I mean, what?
Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got to get my two-way mirror. Excuse me.
Oh,
See, this is how you drive away girls. Just exactly like that.
I'm
Or
married.
drive
I don't
them in
care.
sometimes with some of them.
I'm married. I don't
says
care.
the guy who is single.
On purpose.
Probably not the worst idea right now with modern women.
Right? I don't have
Oh.
money for another
Oh
person.
gosh, that.
Oh, God. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, praise the Lord.
I'm glad
standing
that's split in the
spread
first
eagle.
shot.
Yeah.
It's
But
gonna-
you're still wearing sandals, so it still doesn't help.
No. These are
It's an-
Israeli combat boots. Israeli combat
Put some
boots.
shoes and socks on, you nasty bastard.
That's
Are you my mother?
I can be if you want.
I'm older than you.
Well, Zelda can be your mom, and I could be your dad. And
anyway. I think Zelda has definitely bought her way into the club for sure.
yeah, Zelda's a member of the
Yeah.
Man-O-Rama Club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
There you go. That's how you do it. You just have to give a whole bunch of money, and then
Yeah.
you get into the club.
Okay.
And-
Next challenge. Now you have to do a
Dude.
$500 donation so you can get the ultra premium membership.
Dude, put her on the show.
Yeah.
She's giving you
She
all this
won't
money.
She won't come on. I would put her on the show. I here's the thing. I'll put women on the show. I've done it a couple times.
We have JRC here.
You missed.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that would be
Sorry.
Canadian
he said
Spider-Man.
we have
He's wearing a
JRC
flip
Hell, I
here.
shirt.
never used my camera.
Yeah, see right there. See, yeah. Okay, got it. Cool. Oh, he
So,
wasn't
yeah,
even looking. He wasn't even looking.
I'm
He was
more
looking
than
at his
welcome
wood.
to have. I'm more than welcome to have women on the show. It's as can they handle our conversations?
No,
That's the thing.
definitely.
I think Zelda
No.
could. If
Considering-
Zelda were on here, I
considering-
think she could, honestly. And she needs to
considering
come
that-
on the show.
She's in the chat every week.
Yeah.
She knows.
Well, she's an exception. She would be okay.
she
I
knows
think she can handle it.
what you guys are capable of.
Zelda, we need complete honesty. Are you a tomboy?
It's okay if you are.
If you are, that's
She has
awesome.
to be. She
Yeah, that's what I
has
was
to be.
thinking. Yeah.
Like me with
Tomboys
women,
are-
I like a little tomboyness. I don't.
And
mind
then
that.
this is what we're gonna do. If we
My
bring
wife's-
Zelda on, we can do this whole dating game.
No,
We'll ask Zelda and Dark
you're gonna
Helmet
put her on the
questions.
spot. It's a horrible idea.
Can we play the dating game theme song, or is that still copyrighted?
It's probably still copyright. I'll come up with my own. And we'll just do this
It's not
whole
copyrighted if we hum it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
and copyright strike. You bastards.
Yeah. So,
Well,
all
you've been
right.
canceled a long time ago, probably.
My gosh. That's not. Oh, I love that sound of that
Your
fire.
fire is so relaxing.
Don't
Yeah,
get too
exactly.
excited.
I'm like sitting here.
Too late. It's too late. I got a little chub going right now.
Just bring $22 and you're fine.
I don't know. I'm feeling a song from the Doors coming on right now.
No, I ain't bringing $22. I'm gonna sneak.
American.
I'm not
American,
bringing
that's like
20.
American.
Hey, Canadian. I'm
15.
not gonna bring $22. I'm gonna sneak a bunch of beer across the border illegally, and we're gonna drink it and enjoy it alive.
You know what I want to do? I want to buy
Yes.
Canadian beer here in the States and smuggle it back to Canada. You know? That's what I'll do. I think he likes that idea.
That's genius.
Yeah.
All right,
That
so
is fucking
Zelda
genius.
did another $1 rant. She said, if I'm CMC's mom, I'm down disowning my child immediately. Oh,
Oh.
and you know, you wouldn't be the first.
Today's is wait. I don't know if I can say that.
I mean, what's the worst? We've said a lot of crazy things.
I was going to say, and today's lesson is incest. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's legal in New Brunswick.
Oh God,
What?
no.
Oh, is that the Canadian Alabama?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's hear.
Alabama.
All right, let's
My
see
home
here.
province.
Canadian Alabama.
Yep.
Got it. Noted. Thank
Or
you.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Actually, my second wife was from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Hence,
Yeah.
second wife.
Second, yeah. Yeah. It
Wait, Kansas?
Arkansas. He was right.
Kansas
Arkansas.
makes it legal?
No,
No,
Arkansas.
you're missing the joke.
He totally
Yeah, I
is.
got
I
it.
think I am.
Dude, you need to get back out
Arkansas. It's spelled Arkansas.
here. AR Kansas.
Oh.
Isn't that on the border with Kansas and Texas?
See, according to the gun lobby, or the anti-gun lobby, that's an illegal firearm of Kansas. It's an AR Kansas.
Nothing's illegal if you don't get caught.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
There you go. Ta-da.
Politicians follow that all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
Helmet.
Yeah, politicians. Hey, we can have all the guns we want to protect us, but you can't have any to protect yourselves.
Right?
You can go wanker off.
Dude, I still vote for smuggling a whole bunch of SKSs into Canada.
No, we can have. I saw an SKS recently. We have SKSs up here.
I know. I
Definitely
declared that
can
the
have
official.
I saw one down the street. I think it was. We have SKSs here.
Nice. Is he getting slower? I don't know. That's
He's
good,
like,
man.
don't catch me. I'm
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah. No, there's an SKS. See, there's an SKS over there. Just point out.
Yeah,
Over
it's definitely
there.
not this
There's an
way.
S-
It's definitely over that way.
Yeah. It's
You
It's
went
in the
that
lake.
way, officer.
Yeah.
There was a boating accident.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They all
So
sank
many
to the
boating
bottom of a
accidents.
really deep pond. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
The best hunting grounds are always on the other side of the lake. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just how it works.
Now, when I say SKS, I'm talking about Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. That's just
Yes.
this is sort of So that's what I'm talking about. So Saskatoon.
Holy shit!
Saskatoon.
You're a well-educated American.
Sorry.
Hey, Canadian, did you see the speech that Albertan was it? How do they do it?
Danielle's the
Canada.
premier.
Yeah, did you see that speech she gave?
The premier. Yes, I did. Yes,
Dude,
I did.
She was like very official, but you could tell what she was getting at.
She is probably the. You know what? I generally don't approve of females in politics just because they tend to be emotional. And the same with emotional men. I also don't agree with emotional men being in
Beta
politics.
males.
She has my vote every time. She,
Well-
so far, until she strays the course, yeah, I like her.
She left the option for
bigger balls
separation
than
open.
Trudeau. She's got bigger balls than Trudeau and Carney.
Doesn't Trudeau's wife have bigger balls than he does?
Yeah, because Trudeau's
Yeah.
Macron's wife definitely has bigger balls than he does.
Michelle Obama size,
Yeah.
Michael Obama.
Yeah, Michael Obama, yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, Zelda did another $1 rant.
Holy moly,
She
we are
said
up to
to answer-
3 cans of beer.
She said, to answer your question, I'm actually a girly woman. I love makeup and dress and such. Also, Alabama's not okay with incest, usually.
The fact that there was usually in there is really concerning.
See,
We should have
that
done asterisks right there.
she's funny and intelligent. Nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
There you go. It's an upgrade there,
There
Dark
you go.
Helmet. Yeah, we are matchmaker for you,
No,
man.
let's not. Just too.
Come on, man.
Moving on.
Hey, I'm not the one. We didn't start this whole flirting thing. It was them 2 weeks ago.
It's actually quite adorable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm actually blushing.
Really?
We didn't
You
do
guys
that.
had me spend like 30 minutes reading Rumble rants.
And you're being mad. You're mad about getting money. You insensitive.
No, I'm not. I'm
bastard.
just pointing out. I'm just pointing out that this was all started because Zelda made a comment, and then you did a rant back, and then they ranted back at each other.
It did spiral
And I
from
just
Nothing wrong
I
with
took
that.
the money. I took the money and ran.
And ran
is-
Venezuela. Everybody.
Right?
Hey, I took my shot and went with it.
Yeah.
So America's going to take Greenland, according to Trump. That's fucking awesome.
No, Greenland makes sense strategically. It actually does.
It totally does.
Strategically, it really does make sense to have that.
And you guys really should hand Alaska back over to Canada. I mean, that just makes sense. In the same fashion.
Can we
Well,
have
anyways.
Alberta at least?
Alaska was originally Russian.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Russian.
Yeah, originally.
We bought it from them in the 1800s.
Yeah.
No.
Actually,
Who sold it to Russia? Hang on. Who sold it to Russia? Canada.
Well, then they sold it
Canada
legally.
sold
That was their fault.
To Russia, and Russia
Well,
sold
that
it
sounds like a Canada problem and
Yeah,
not
that's
an
a
our
Canada
problem.
problem, not a
Yeah,
US
that's-
problem.
Yeah, so
We sold it to Russia
no.
specifically so they wouldn't sell it to you, and they fucking double-crossed us.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
that's
Well,
not
that-
our
that's
problem.
what you get for trusting people.
Well,
yeah.
Canadian Spider-Man, I vote you go to Alaska and rectify that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But while he's rectifying that,
You're the
Yes.
closest out of all of us. So
yeah. So while Canadian Spider-Man figures all his problems out with Russia and Alaska, Zelda did another $1 rant. Goes, "I'm different than a lot of women, maybe."
She has a penis. No, I'm sorry.
You would know
I'm
or
sorry.
not know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
I don't know.
And then she goes on, goes, "Because I know how to take a
gotta mute.
joke. I enjoy the type of back and forth humor of more, which is Man-O-Rama." I don't know why I had to explain it. I just felt like I needed to explain it. I don't know if I'd be entertaining, but I'd love to be on more. Well, I would love to have you on for a Hangout episode. We would have you on.
If you can take a joke like a dick, welcome aboard.
that's
That was an awfully big grin you had there, Dark.
you know what the,
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
You
a
know
big
what-
grin, trust
You
me.
guys know
Yeah.
what the difference between a joke and 3 dicks is, don't you? Your
What?
mom can't take a joke.
She can call me her cousin during the sexual time. I'm fine. The sexual event, I'm fine with
Fair
that.
joke and 3 ticks. Okay, got it.
And this is where
So,
we
yeah.
fall down.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So what's been happening in the United States over the last week?
People-
Anything
Oh,
interesting?
Not having a job, protesting.
Yeah, people losing their minds over stupid shit.
Bunch of woke wankers.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
Well, you're in a submarine full of dudes, so
Yeah. I'm in a what?
No, he was in an aircraft carrier with
Full of-
5,000
sorry.
men.
Did
Yeah.
you seriously serve on an aircraft carrier recently?
Yeah, I did.
Yep, I sent them a shirt
That's
and a mug
how
and a
that's,
pen.
that's how I became famous, unfortunately. So
Are there
Famous.
gangs aboard the ship and sections of the ship that you can't go to because you're not part of that gang?
that's
I'm
a really
sure-
good question.
that actually is a good question because the thing is that when you're on a ship that big, you don't really want to
Right.
kind of walk around. You just kind of like
Right.
want to stay where you're at. So
Yeah, you walk into Harlem and you get the fuck beat out of you.
It's called
Yeah.
Navy fans.
yeah, exactly.
Navy fan.
No, it's called the nuclear reactor. We're looking at it green. Maybe too. Oh my. Oh, actually, there was one of the squadrons is called the Rams, and they actually made a patch, like a command patch, and they called it only Rams. It was like in the same font and everything. They're called the Rampagers. They call them Rams for short, and they said only Rams, and it was like in the font. So I almost bought that patch.
That's
Nice.
pretty.
Why
good.
did I not get that patch? I'm a little disappointed.
I don't know.
So
And-
Command actually let that one go, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny. They usually have these talks about like people not offing themselves, if you know what I mean. And it's like when I guess if you're going to allow some kind of silliness like that, silliness, then everything's just fine.
A little innocent morale.
Yeah, little innocent. So yeah.
Did you lose an F-35 over the side with a tow vehicle?
No, that's the Navy.
No, that's the Sherman.
That's the Marines Corps.
Actually,
That was
it was
That
an
was a different
F-18.
boat. Yeah.
That destroyer just needs to just.
Like, do you get fired for like someone got fired, right?
Oh yeah, the commanding
Yeah,
officer did. Yeah.
The funny thing is that his replacement was my old commanding officer when I was out there. So they sent him back out to the Red Sea and stuff. So
I'm sorry. If I were him after hearing that, I'd be like, nope,
yeah,
nope, nope.
Right?
I'm
No
good.
fucking way.
No.
No
no,
way.
no. I've had officers tell me like, yeah, I can't wait to get back out to sea. I'm like, of course you can't wait to get back. You got a stateroom, you got full functioning internet all the time. You get catered food. Of course you want to go back out to sea. That's awesome.
It's kind of like they had
Internet
that.
is from Elon Musk.
Yes.
That's like they had that
You don't
female
have internet?
officer on a naval vessel where they had a hidden Starlink satellite set up on the naval vessel.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
A
so
bunch of people got in trouble for that one.
Well, the thing is that a lot of the carriers do have Starlink antennas, but the thing is, and they're trying to get them on all the ships. But the thing is, yeah, this one she actually went and set it up.
Destroyer, I think.
It was a destroyer. Yes,
Yeah.
it was actually she was a senior chief. So
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, we actually had to have training about that because, well, we were out, and so it's really hard sometimes for news to come through. But then when it finally came through, I was like, what the
Yeah,
ooh.
it's an unsecured connection.
Yes, someone's going to get
You start
keel
reading
hauled.
it, and she's standing right next to you. But like, you're fucked.
Like, I was like, I'm like, was that you?
Well,
Ah,
you know, your family.
I think several
How does your
people knew about it.
contact you?
Oh, the thing is, they knew about it because she was making money off of it. She was selling like access and stuff. So not only was it illegal, but she was also making money off an illegal connection. So
I didn't
I
hear
hope she
that
was
part.
discharged.
I like her.
yeah, I mean,
So
I can't really
JRC
be mad at that because it's like I guess she was just trying to help out, but at the same time,
I get the point for
Compromising-
I get the point for OPSEC for that.
ship security. They were in a blackout situation. She's compromising ship safety.
oh yeah, we have there's they have alerts that if they're if they're detecting like another ship or something like that, usually Russian, if they detect another one because they have Wi-Fi finders, like Wi-Fi sniffers that can actually detect Wi-Fi or any other like incoming outgoing signal. And so if we detect another ship like that, like especially a Russian ship, then we just completely go dark. And that includes our phones. We can keep our phones with us as long as they're in airplane mode, but we have to shut down even Bluetooth if we have like
But
Bluetooth
they've
headphones or
detected
anything.
you at the same time, right?
Pretty much. If they or well, not necessarily because I mean, as far as I know, we have greater range with our radar system and our satellite tracking. But
They
the thing
tell
is,
them the same thing.
yeah. So I know.
Yeah, with her having that
Yeah, but they still have hammer and sickles on their satellites. So
Which is cool.
with her having that unsecured satellite link, it left them open to still being tracked.
oh yeah, I mean, and that even includes Bluetooth signals. They could even
Yeah.
pick up Bluetooth signals. So yeah.
Can you get Christmas cards from your like children and stuff?
When we did have we actually had Starlink, which was nice because I was able to send like I wouldn't be able to do live streams. Sometimes I could do live streams, but it was always not like we'd do it like through WhatsApp or something like that, but it wouldn't be it could be finicky. It could be working one time and then the other time it would just like crap out and everything. So I would do a video and then I would upload it and just send it directly and then I just wait for a reply. So yeah.
That's
And then your kids are like, "Who are you?"
Yeah. I was like, wait. All of a sudden this like random dude just shows up and is like, hey, thanks for the vid. I'm like, what? So, thanks for the vid. Love you too.
Shower scene.
Love you too, sweetheart. So yeah.
Did you get a parade when you returned home? Was there a reception? Was there fanfare? Was there confetti? At least for a fucking aircraft carrier returning to America, there better been some confetti,
Oh, there was.
was
In
cool.
fact,
right, Vince?
we even had a phone
I don't
call
know.
directly
I
from
was
Joe
in
Biden.
the Army. He's in the Navy. Me in the Army, you don't get shit.
Just heard you.
No,
and
yeah,
Steven.
no, we didn't.
In the Army, you get the big green weenie. That's what you
Yep,
get.
yep.
Mm.
Yeah, but
What?
ours is blue.
The,
Blue balls.
the Army returns, they don't get shit.
No.
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 Yeah, maybe a little here and there, but it's nothing like when an aircraft carrier pulls back in. You got
You may get a
bands.
quick hand crank, but that's it.
They'll bring out actual bands like the Navy band to come and play. Like the returning ship, we'll have manning the rails. Where if you've ever seen pictures of the sailors lined up around the edge of the
Yeah,
flight
of course
deck,
I have. Yeah,
they'll do
yeah.
that.
The Japanese do that all the time.
Mm-hmm. And
Or
then
if Or if
But
you
I
pass
thought
a decommissioned battleship, they'll fire off on their 5-inch guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 'em.
I remember when I went to Fleet Week in New York back in 2011. I was on the flight deck at the USS Iwo Jima, and it was like right before the Freedom Tower was built, and we all rendered salutes towards the World Trade Center for 9/11 respect.
Really?
So,
Do you know what Iwo Jima means?
Iwo Jima,
Iwo Jima.
the
You
island
what,
of
Jimmy?
Jima.
Illiterate fucking Canadian bastard.
Oh boy.
Choto fucking mate. Nihongo ga hanasemasu. Iwo Jima wakarimasu yo baka-chan. I know
Like-
what
I don't
Iwo Jima means.
This is North America. Speak English, you bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. No, you nailed GRC. That's awesome. Yeah, it's the Iwa Island.
The Ewoks.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ewok Island.
See?
Yes, that is.
You're a fucking nerd.
It's Ewok
I
Island.
know. I'm
But he
still gonna
is
make fun of nerds.
totally a nerd.
I am.
Oh,
I'm gonna make fun of nerds. I'll do it. Why not?
안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
All I'm hearing is ding 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 bang.
It's a simple. It's easier than French. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Nay.
People that
Way
speak
easier
French
than
are
French.
bitches.
감사합니다. So, yeah.
Ooh.
There's no respect for French-speaking people.
These
안녕하세요.
Spider-Man's like, ooh.
Well, they
Although I
lost
said that the
it.
formal way. So
They did invent the guillotine, though.
that was Korean, by the way. Why am I covering my mic?
Koreans invented the guillotine.
I don't know. Maybe I was speaking Korean, so
I don't know, maybe. I
Oh.
love that.
they invented the other guillotine to chop off the other head. Anyway,
No, they didn't.
No, that was the Jewish people.
no, that was Mel Brooks in the sheriff or force of Nottingham or whatever it was.
Yeah.
All right, we have
Snip,
another $1 rant. Zelda, thank you very much. She says, "I speak French." Whoop do. So
Je parle français un peu.
just pointing that out. So when you guys in your
Voulez-vous
little
coucher
sick,
avec moi
guys, you
ce
guys can
soir?
go call me El Datiosos. That's not
JRC
French.
knows.
I don't care.
I know this. Oh, I know. Sorry.
Oh, wait.
So, Steve, have you ever picked up a lady in a foreign language?
Yeah.
Ooh. Does your wife
When
know
you
about
live in LA, yeah.
Oh.
English is the exotic language, right?
No, in college I picked up a chick who spoke Cantonese.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ask her if she had a penis? It's
That's
California. isn't it?
Bangkok. That's a little bit different.
That's
Not
Thailand.
really.
That's
Not
Thai.
anymore.
Yeah,
Not
that's
anymore.
completely.
Okay.
That's Thailand, you freak. Anyway, so
Calvin, have you ever romanced a lady in a completely foreign language?
Well,
Spanish
he's
gal.
Zelda.
Oh, no, a Spanish gal, actually. I dated this gal. She was Mexican. She could speak English, but she could speak Spanish as well, obviously. That was
love
a
the-
lot of fun.
I
Except
love
for
the
the
whole
one.
putting the feet up. That's nice while telling the story. I love it.
Yeah, you fuck off. Except for the one point when we were making out in my pickup truck and I adjusted it wrong and her straw for her soda went in my butt by accident.
Yeah, so there I was.
There it was, a straw went in my butt.
What about Vincent?
Oh, I forgot
What?
he was here. Sorry, Vince.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you ever picked
Ever
up a?
romance- Sorry, Steve. It's your show. I'm sorry. It's your fucking channel. I'm sorry.
No, you can go. You can go. You had the question.
Chop your wood.
Handle your
ha-
wood.
Have you ever romanced a lady in a foreign language?
Okay.
Several times. Once in French, once in German. And the results were pleasurable.
When she said I have a penis, and you're like 9.
You had her speaking in tongues.
No, he's doing the Hitler one. You know, nine, 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 nine.
9.
No. That's when 12 Germans are raping a Polish girl, and she keeps yelling 999, so 3 of them leave.
Then it's like, well, $20 is $20.
I was still online, just still making sure.
That's right.
Wow. Did you really just say that joke?
Yeah, I sure did.
And I'm okay with it. I enjoy it.
Fuck.
I appreciate that joke, sir.
Says the guy who
Salute.
said worse things on this podcast.
Yes.
You're more shocked about what
That
Vincent
is not
said?
true.
Yes. Oh. We have
Whoa.
proof.
You are reported.
We have.
No, I stand. Children are more disposable than teenagers or adults. I stand by that.
Yeah.
Okay, you have an axe. You need to get a shovel so you can keep digging your grave.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. It's like usually Vince and Orty go for that title right there. So,
Man.
speaking of which,
Yes.
was Orty supposed to show up today? I can't remember.
He had high winds.
Yeah, his.
No way she's gonna join.
He had gas. He had Taco
No,
Bell.
he lives up in the mountain,
you're gonna
and he's kind of
Oh.
isolated, and his internet's really finicky. So
So apparently the squirrels fell off the wheel.
Yeah.
Got it.
yeah,
Oh,
pretty
geez,
much.
here it comes. Oh, golly.
I love the fact that how well you split that wood, but the fact you're wearing sandals just it kills the farming.
I'm just more impressed he doesn't
I
fall
know.
backwards doing that.
No.
I've
Hey,
only had
Shrubby
8 beers, so-
1989
Shoes and
asked,
socks.
but do you Shrubby on YouTube? Shrubby 1989 goes, but do you swallow for $20?
I don't know. Do you?
It's only gay if you make eye
What?
contact.
Is that Canadian money?
Yeah.
Actually, Canadian
Man.
Spider-Man is swallowing for $20 right now.
22.
Yeah, because that's
Pack of
another
beer?
case of beer.
Oh, 22. Sorry, my bad.
It's another case of beer.
He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he
pack
knows
of beer,
it's
I'll
true.
do
Look at him.
anything."
Look how he's He knows. He knows it's true. Look at him.
He
Look
would.
at that face.
I know.
Yeah, like,
That's what happens when you print money left, right, and center. Everyone likes free shit in Canada. Everyone likes free shit. It's
That's
all,
here too.
you know,
Trust me.
our healthcare's free. Have you not heard our healthcare's free?
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not really free. You pay for
Yeah,
it.
it's not
Tax
really
on it,
healthcare
but-
when you try and talk everybody into suicide.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the
Let's
old
watch him
people
chop
that
this
voted
one.
for Carney.
He's walking closer.
Let's watch him. Come on, guys. Oh, really?
Swing and a miss.
He's now showing off
Did it?
for.
If I took
for
that
the-
much off your head, you'd know it.
No, you wouldn't get that close to me because I'd pull my 9mm and that'd be the end of it.
Did you have to turn that in before you cross the border?
My wireless hole puncher.
Wireless.
You have
No,
a 9mm wireless. I don't know if we can own those here. I don't think we can own those anymore.
I can have a 5.56 wireless hole puncher here where I live.
Oh, there.
I am impressed by his.
Golf
Wood
clap.
chopping
Everybody, golf
skills.
clap. Let's give him a golf clap.
I need an Olympic scorecard. You know, like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. 9.2. Good job.
That's a dick. Okay, if a judge ever did that, an 8.9, you know it's a 9, but you're like, I'm just gonna be this. That's a dick move. It's like, I'm not gonna give you the full point. I'll just give you a portion of it.
That's the fun of being a judge. You can be a dick.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, have we talked about Katy Perry going up into space yet?
You mean the
and-
fake astronaut?
you mean
Yeah, did we talk about that last week? I don't think we did we?
speaking of dicks, flying dicks.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it was Jeff Bezos.
So
Yeah.
are they astronauts or? Because I flew on a plane, so I'm a
No.
pilot.
I'm
No. An astronaut is somebody that trains for years to go up into space. and actually do
They trained for 2 weeks,
experiments.
dude. They trained for 2 weeks, okay?
Yeah.
I have
Back
to
off.
say, the best thing to come from that was when they were doing the re-entry, and you hear all the women screaming in the background while they're free falling back to Earth. It's like they're trying to get the velocity, they're trying to get the vectors and everything, and you hear everybody going ah in the background. That was the funniest thing I ever heard. I had tears laughing so hard.
They were space tourists, and that's fine. You can be a space tourist, and that's okay. Enjoy it. You go up there, you went up for a few minutes, you floated around, even though you technically weren't in microgravity.
All right. So technically, she's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's still
an astronaut, someone who it's debatable. An astronaut is someone who trained to be a pilot, to pilot a spacecraft, travel in a spacecraft, or work in space.
Whoa.
So technically, she's not wrong.
Well, which one did they fulfill?
Traveled
into space.
Yeah,
for 4 minutes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think it was like 3.5 minutes. You know, like
3.5. See, we're gonna judge it. It's a 3.5.
Oh, sorry.
Sex for longer than that.
Now, if they'd have been up there for like 2-3 hours, and they would have done some kind of like scientific experiment or something like that with silicone, I could have respected it. Then I could have said, okay. But there wasn't. All they did is just prove that silicone can handle space travel.
Experiments.
Actually, silicon can handle the re-entry.
Yeah, that too. But I'm sorry.
But we all know
they're
it's
not
staged.
astronauts. They're not.
Yeah.
They were space tourists, and that's okay. Don't make more out of it than what it was. You were a space tourist. You went up there. You floated around for a couple minutes as this craft was coming back to Earth. That's okay. Enjoy it. Have fun. And to say, hey, we went up there. We got to see a beautiful view of God's creation. And we came back. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but you don't understand. They made space for women in space.
I know. They're like, they tried to make it. They're like, we were all women crew, and we went up into space. Women have been going up into space for decades now, between the U.S. and Russia. They're not special.
I mean, it's almost kind of like
creation.
No. They prove silicone can handle low gravity. Sure.
Unfortunately, one of the first women in space actually went up with the Challenger, which is actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, it was Jennifer Lawrence. She was the first woman in space.
Well, I think the Russians sent the first woman up.
I forgot about that.
JRC,
No, I think I think the Russians sent the first woman up into space, didn't they?
Yeah, it was Jennifer Kovaskach.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence Kovaskach.
Yeah, the Russians did it first. But NASA and Russia sent women up for decades. They're not any special. They're not special. They were space tourists. That's okay. You went up. You had a good time. You had some fun. You came back. Don't make more out of it than what it is.
I'm more mesmerized by Canadian Spider-Man's chopping.
So are they on the same level as William Shatner?
Yes.
No, at least Captain Kirk went up into space.
Yeah, exactly.
He orbited.
Captain Kirk at least went up into space, at least officially.
Yes, they orbit, and that's why on their space shuttle there was no burn marks, because their they just went bloop, and their re-entry speed was like 1/20th.
I'm just
of the people that fly around in orbit and then come back down.
Well, it's like the crew. Well, that's why, like when the Crew Dragon comes back down, it's coming back at such a high velocity from the International Space Station, or when they did that 4 or 5 day trip where they were testing out their spacesuits. They came in, they were scorched when they came back because they were higher altitude, higher velocity when they re-entered the atmosphere. They were in space.
Do you think they ate lobster up there? Like what? Would they have like really elegant, cool food? Like
no, it all comes. It's all in a bag.
What do you guys think?
No, it's all in a bag.
I was looking at a picture that JRC just posted.
I just sent another one.
Yeah.
Oh, you rat bastard.
Oh, you did? We're gonna start a meme battle now.
I thought we went.
Hey, that's me.
It's like I forgot I had these on.
Nice. because potentially the reason why I say that, Dark Helmet, is potentially, and I'm not being foolish here. I'm being serious. Every meal. I mean, you've donated your life to, furthering humankind, science, and so forth. And these ladies even did to a certain extent. I mean, give them that. But my last meal, and every meal could be your last on a fucking spaceship. You're goddamn right I want to be eating lobster. So that wasn't a smart ass comment. I'm quite
Here's
serious.
a question. That's a good one. All right, guys.
Prime
Vincent.
rib.
Yes.
For your last meal, what would it be?
Virgin pussy.
My last meal?
That's called Arby's. Anyway.
Strasbourg pie.
Say that again?
A Strasbourg pie.
What's
Ooh.
that?
Yeah.
Basically, it's an entire goose liver, foie gras, wrapped in puff pastry and bacon. So, yeah.
I'd give it a shot.
If I had a last meal, it'd be Zelda.
I'm seeing that meme right now. Would.
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 JRC, what would be your last meal?
Oh, for crying out loud. What would be my last meal? I would have to say, like, I would have like a king crab feast for sure.
Ooh.
Definitely just piles of king crab.
Nice.
No, in all seriousness, mine would be, in all reality, in all seriousness, a steak, a bunch of steaks, medium rare, thick, some lobster tail, and shrimp.
Classic surf and turf. Nice.
Exactly.
I would do.
Surf and turf. Why not?
You wanted
Yeah.
I would do a
And
16-pound tri-tip.
you wanted wood means?
Dude, that would take up your entire body for that.
No, there's more. There's more than. Never mind. I'm not gonna even say that joke.
No, continue. Continue.
No, be inappropriate, please.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't wanna
Damn,
get you
damn polite Canadians. Jeez.
Would.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for.
That's why you have the person that's in charge now.
Yeah, exactly. See that big roaring fire? That is that's a symbol of the current state of Canada right now.
Yeah, pretty
Right?
much.
It really is, and that's
Yeah.
why I am on my way to. I am currently writing letters to the governors of Texas, Arkansas.
Just
Yeah,
move to Alberta.
I don't want to pay the amount of debt that we're going to have to pay. Fuck this shit. No. I'm headed somewhere warmer with scuba diving. The scuba diving in Canada sucks. I don't know if you guys... Has anyone here scuba doved? Scuba dove?
What?
Scuba dived?
Dude, he's
Scuba
already
dived?
$15 into that beer, and he's already losing it.
Yeah, he is.
No, and
that's
you know
just
what?
2 beers.
This is...
Yeah.
No, to be fair,
It's a cherry.
Oh. Does that mean you're
It's-
popping them? Sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't. Is there scuba diving in Canada? I mean, there is, but you got to have a dry suit on. What was that movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger wore the dry suit with Jamie Lee Curtis?
True Lies.
True Lies.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. So you
Dry-
need a dry. You need a fucking dry suit in
Or
Canada. I'm
one
not into that.
reason.
Dry suits suck.
Why was True
I
Lies good?
Feel
For
the water
one
on my skin. In
So,
Australia, I didn't even wear a wetsuit. I just wore my bathing suit and a
No, see, that's the thing, though.
So-
Dry suits don't keep you as warm as a wetsuit.
No.
No, they don't.
Mm-mm.
I'm a firefighter.
especially when
trust
you
me, I
pee in
know.
them.
No.
If you pee in a dry suit, it just does not work. It works. in a
anyways,
wet-
so Zelda did a $1 rant because she wants to get her last meal in. She goes, my last meal would be Dark Helmet. No, it would be
Yeah.
steak, medium rare, with Parmesan crust
Ooh,
and lobster tail.
ooh, nice.
You can call it a lobster tail if you want, baby.
That's Does that actually work? Is that what I've been doing wrong? Does that work?
Fucking escargot.
Escargot, wow.
Hey, people pay top dollar for escargot.
I can get snails for free in the backyard. I'm good.
Yeah, I can get syphilis for nothing too.
Yeah, you've had it a couple times.
Hey, you guys are all
Thank
freaking.
goodness for antibiotics.
Yeah.
So what else are we
Yeah.
talking about, Steve?
I don't know. It's an open conversation. Just us hanging out, man.
So there I was.
Just you watching, chopping. Huh?
When's the last time you had a fire, Steve? When's the last time you chopped wood?
Ooh.
Not to put you on the spot.
It's been a while.
Come on up here.
I know.
I think we still let Americans in. Maybe, probably, maybe.
Kinda, if you're lucky.
Right? I'll pick you up at the fucking airport, dude.
Do you have
It's 5
$20,000 in Canadian cash to spend here? No? Go back
Oh, man.
home.
Do you know how cheap shit is up here for Americans? You guys can just point to shit and just buy it. It's so cheap up here for you.
So I can buy the country?
Probably.
As long as it's not American goods, then it's insanely expensive.
Right, well, true. But what do you guys really ship up here other than like firearms and
Cars?
You're welcome.
legal handguns?
Yeah, cars and,
Illegal handguns.
and military equipment and used military equipment and
More used military equipment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
ammo.
but all your military equipment is in fucking inches, okay? You guys really need to sort your inches
Hey,
out.
whoa. If you
There's
bring up
12
if
inches
you
in a foot. Okay, so how many inches are in 10 feet? Well, 120. Okay, how many in 1,000 feet? Well, I don't fucking...
I thought you were
12
going to be
inches in a
like, you
foot.
guys
Dude, of
should
course you
start
brought
bringing
that
the
up.
metric system.
Why couldn't you just make it 10 inches in a foot? Are you guys really that fucking hard-headed?
Because it's
Hey,
12 inches.
How many
Because 12
kilometers is it
inches
to the moon?
13,000?
I don't know. I don't know.
There
but
you go.
apparently-
There's a line for Dark Helmet.
Yeah.
When he meets a woman. Hey, do you know how many 12 inches
How many
get you from
kilometers?
here to the moon?
Why
I don't
wouldn't you
know.
make
Neither
10
do I,
inches?
but you want to
At
test
least
it out?
six.
Why 12, though? Like, why fuck? Who was high? Smoking
Okay,
what?
I'll ask the same. Look, I'll
12
answer
inches
this
in a
when you answer this question. Why do you guys still do the metric system?
Because the whole rest of the world does. You know what?
And they're all fags.
Mm.
Just because the whole world does it doesn't mean you have to do it.
I know.
That's
I
called
wanna
peer
switch
pressure.
Cheeseburgers to Freedom Eagles. And I have quoted so many times cheeseburgers to Freedom Eagles. And I think it might have been Vince that said that. Or
Maybe.
one of you. Yeah, that is an American way of measuring things. Cheeseburgers to Freedom Eagles. That might have been Vince.
Maybe.
Dude, of course, you cut off that scene at that part. Anyway.
You guys
Anyway.
want to take a guess at how many F-18s Canada has in our Air Force?
0
in total.
Like 20?
Several Bravos and Charlies.
Ooh, we don't quite have 20. We don't quite have 20.
16.
You have 15.
We have 18. We have 18.
I was close.
I like it when you get a bunch of Canadians who think we can take on America.
No Canadian realist, no Canadian that's not high. Many that are
Like
high.
you?
We know we can't. That's retarded.
Let's put it this
and
way.
half of us, we're gonna be making sandwiches. When you guys come across the border, I'm gonna be fucking making sandwiches for you boys and rolling doobies, okay?
That sounds like a good invasion to me.
Right?
Yeah.
And most of my area will be the same. There'll be a couple of old people that you're gonna have to snipe out real fucking hard, and they're gonna be bitches.
We got
You
plenty
guys,
of hunters. We're
You're
good.
gonna lose a lot of guys taking them out. I'll tell you that right
Sniping?
Are you
Here's
sure about
snipe.
that?
Here's
now.
snipe.
Ooh, yeah.
You're snipe.
Yeah, no,
We
Canadians
got
hold the world
northern
record for
Missouri
sniping,
hunters that
by
can
the way.
hunt up to 300-400 yards and pop a deer with no problem. And they'll sit
Who
there for
holds-
days and do it.
Who holds the record for longest snipe confirmed kill?
Canada. Yeah, but how many can do that?
No, we've done it like time and time. Like repeatedly, we've held that record. I think. Oh no! Like
No,
we
I'm
have
talking about
guys-
how many people can do that
a
now.
lot around here. A lot. I shot the
Hmm.
O out of a Coke can at 100 meters. I couldn't even see the fucking can.
It's like 300 yards.
What?
I
Anywho,
could do that with the 5.56.
but many of us will be making bologna sandwiches and making
'Cause it's a
poutine
bologna. It's bologna.
And-
You mean French fries with
and
gravy?
welcoming you. Come around
And then
our fire
here's the thing.
and have some
Look,
poutine.
you can make me a bologna sandwich,
I want a bologna
and then I'll
sandwich.
be like, "This
That
is how
sounds
you
good
really
now,
make
actually.
a meal,"
Yeah,
and
that
I'll
does
cook you a
actually sound
tri-tip.
Wait, is it just going to be regular bologna or fried bologna?
Ooh, no,
Fried
we
bologna.
make the Mexican
Fried
hat.
bologna.
We call them Mexican hats here. We're
What
very
about
racist.
fried bologna?
You're allowed to say that, though.
Hey, give us fried bologna
This
sandwiches.
is literally amazing. This is what they look like when you fry bologna. It looks like this, folks.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
fried
Call them
bologna
Mexican
sandwich
hats.
with pepper jack.
Yeah,
Ooh.
actually, if that's the case, then it's the perfect size for Steve.
We don't
32.
allow American
You're not-
cheese
you're
up
not
here,
wrong.
which is an affront. I'm really offended that we impose such a high tariff on American cheese, and we have for years. I can't buy any American cheese up here, and you guys make some of the very fucking best.
If it's
And
from
it
Wisconsin,
really
it's the
pisses me
best.
off.
Actually, Tillamook cheese is the best. Yeah, that stuff right there.
Yep, Tillamook cheese.
I'm not allowed to buy that up here because we have a fucking communist government.
Isn't it like 200-300% tariff on cheese up there? I think something like that.
At least.
Yeah, it's
Could you
expensive.
please send the Marines? You only need to send like I don't know,
5 or 6
20,000.
Marines.
20,000 Marines. I don't know, how many Marines do you guys have?
A lot.
Lot. I don't know.
You don't have 20. Do you have
We could
20,000
send-
Marines?
we could
No,
send
you
Hold on,
don't.
I'm gonna look it up right
at
now.
least
We could
that.
send the
How many
Coast Guard
Marines
up
are
there.
in America ready to go, ready to fire?
Did the Coast Guard could take out Canada?
We could send the Space Force up there and they'd win.
They take
Well,
a long
we
way to
have-
go up to space and then come back down.
No,
Well, okay,
no.
not the Space Force.
Hang
no,
on.
no.
World War I taught the world a lesson. We punch above our weight, so hang on there.
So there is
We cheat.
172,577 active duty Marines.
How many active service military members are there with the Canadian Forces?
33,000.
Yeah,
So
we
here-
won.
So, but then there are around 33,000 reserve personnel in the Marine.
I think what is there like 120,000 active serving
So you
Canadian
guys could
forces
take Canada
altogether?
with just the Marines? Really?
We could do that
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Marines and the National Guard.
Nah, but you're gonna need no. We'll take
We
you
could
3
do
to
that
1.
with the Boy Scouts and Girl
No,
Scouts.
no,
of
no.
We
America.
could send U.S. hunters up there and win.
Our people are better trained. We will
That is
take you
true. We
3
actually could.
3 to 1.
There's more.
There's more hunters
3 to
than
1.
there are Canadian forces in the U.S.
But honestly, half of us would start making sandwiches for you guys and like high fiving.
And we're welcoming
and
that.
rolling you doobies.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and invade Canada right now. I'll see you
Right?
tomorrow.
Like
Yeah.
I've got a magic mushroom packet ready to go for any invading troops. Here you
Actually,
go. boys.
you only need. Someone was saying this that you don't even need that many people. You could just get people who are like special forces
Mhm.
to like a group, and they could take
No,
over a
you don't
country.
need it. You don't need a group.
It's like what? How many people do you
To
need?
completely isolate a very large metropolitan area like New York or Los Angeles, you would need at least 30 men.
Yeah.
And then
It's-
all you do is you attack the infrastructure.
That's
You
what
could
she
send a Marine Expeditionary Force, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, 101st Airborne, 82nd Airborne, and they could probably take Canada, honestly.
You do realize that every Canadian is twice as tough as every American. You know that, right?
Oh, bitch, we're going to fight.
You need to stop right now, Canadian Spider-Man.
Yeah,
you have
been drinking too much of
I
your
have more
$22 beer.
ammunition in my basement than you have people in your countries.
Oh,
Canadian Spider-Man. It's called
we have
the-
in the house here. Holy dude.
Canadian Spider-Man. I know you've had a few drinks. That's okay.
I've had many drinks, sir.
Texas. Hold on. Texas alone is stronger than the entire country.
They could
of
invade
Canada.
Canada and
Yes, that's true.
No,
So
Vermont
Yes.
is stronger than Canada.
we can
I've
send
been
our.
to
Rhode
Vermont
Island.
many times. That's not. Have you met Vermont people? They're fucking pansy ass liberals. No, Vermont is a wrong.
No, I'll
Texas,
give him
yes,
that
Vermont,
one.
no.
I'll give him that one.
And yes,
No,
you
Vermont.
said pansy-ass liberals. That's
Any single red state could take Canada.
I've spent many a time in Vermont, making love to their ladies.
So Zelda did another $1 rant. Thank you very much, Zelda. She said, "I was a Girl Scout in the 5th grade, and I'm suggesting we turn Canada into North California via the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts."
it could happen.
I would do that for a box of Samoas. That's a
Yeah,
Girl
that's
Scout
fine.
cookie for crying out loud.
I would love to have Girl Scout cookies if they didn't have all the heavy metals in them. They found out.
Yeah.
Is that including the microplastics?
Yeah, I'd love the
Yeah.
trefoils. Dip them in coffee and eat them.
Oh, dude, those Samoas, holy shit.
Yeah.
Thin
Why do you
mints.
think I grew this thing? You know, so.
I was having all the fine food on a Navy vessel. You fat
yeah.
bastard.
Oh, that's the best part is that they'll always tell like, "Hey, make sure you're eating correctly," and then they'll bring out like 20 tray sheets of cookies that they just baked.
And a bunch of steaks, and you're like, oh, I'm going to be a fat fuck.
Oh, this is gonna be steak and lobster. That means something's wrong.
Yeah, if you get steak and lobster on the Navy vessel, you know you might be sank.
Something's wrong.
We're all going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to get to the next segment, one that I like a lot because it's cool. It's cool. It's Tip of the Hat. So here we like to give thanks, and I don't know, we just like to give support for people who have inspired us to be better men. And this is the part where people who are watching on YouTube, you can actually send in a Rumble rant on Rumble, and you can give your tip of the hat for this week. And so we will read those off if someone does them at the end. But we'll go around the table. Vincent, who is your tip of the hat?
My tip of the hat? I didn't have one thought of straight away, but with everything that's going on today, I have two tip of the hats.
Ooh.
To our lovely couple, Zelda and Dark Helmet. And may they have many children. May
Yeah, I can't have kids. So.
May their child be a masculine child.
Yes.
Wait,
the odds are against it.
I know the movie. I know the movie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was that a masculine child or emasculated child?
Yeah, masculine. That was the Luca Brasi line from Godfather. May their first child be a masculine child.
That's a Freudian slip right there. Uh-oh.
Canadian Spider-Man.
Oh.
He'll be back. He got kicked out.
This will be Justin Trudeau.
I said something wrong. All right.
So what is your tip of the hat there?
Me?
No,
The $20 that you bought the beer?
Yeah. For tip of the hat for buying $20 beer. 6-pack. So.
I would like to tip my hat to Mark fucking Carney. No, I would not. No.
Uh-oh, Andy's here.
No, I many years ago, the fellow that had the patience to teach me how to do a trade. Men today, learn a trade if you can. And one fellow had, and I was particularly
That's the full $20 there, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
9 beers in, folks. I was particularly obtuse, and I needed some extra special coaching on the ways of construction because I had been a bookworm. I had been a nerd, Steve, as you know, you are as well, all my life. So I want to tip my hat to Bob Clavette. He is a New Brunswicker. He's a French-Canadian New Brunswicker who grew up bilingual. He taught me chess, actually. And he was my foreman on the roofing crew. And he had the patience, and he was a very intelligent man. He also did a lot of consultation work with the owners. He was very good with public relations because he was sincere. And maybe that's the one point I should take from Bob Clavette is be sincere, men. Be fucking sincere in what you say and what you do. And I will never forget this guy. He was a very smart man, but not only smart, conducted himself in an honorable way because of his sincerity. And he had a checkered past. I mean, he spent 1969 on a wrecked beach in Vancouver. So if you know wrecked beach in Vancouver in 1960, and I once asked him, Bob, what drugs did you do in the 60s? He says, oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I did some red ones, and I did some blue ones, and I did some green ones, and so, yeah, but he owned up to everything. He made some mistakes, but you know what? He's one of the smartest guys and one of the most admirable guys that I've ever met. And I met him young in life. I was 18, and he made a big influence on me. So Bob Clavette, which is a New Brunswick Acadian French Canadian accent name. Shout out to Bob Clavette. Thank you for teaching me how to be sincere. And he was an estimator. He would go around for a roofing company, and he would get contracts, and you just couldn't. Everything he said, you just believed everything he said. You know those guys like Dark Hamlet. You know those guys like everything you say, you just know that like they just don't say anything that's just not true. You know, like there's no embellishment. Like you just get the straight fucking facts. And he wasn't that big a guy. He wasn't that impressive a guy, like physically. But when he spoke, I fucking listened. You know, he wasn't that imposing. Steve, he wasn't that an impressive guy, like outwardly looking at the guy. You wouldn't think so. But you just listened to him. And you just, like, I respect the guy, you know? Like, you don't need to look like Captain America to have people listen to him. That's it.
I like that. That was good, man.
That's nice.
9 beer Steve is pretty cool.
Right?
I liked what you said, man. That was really cool.
2 bottles of vodka, Steve? Not so much. He wants to get naked on your channel.
Oh, we don't need that.
No,
we're good. We're good. I'm with
Yeah,
Vince on that one. No.
Yeah, that's a halfway between PG-13 and R.
And
JRC, who is your tip of the hat?
I'm going to tip the hat to my stepson AJ. Actually, just really proud of him. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the show that he just proposed to his girlfriend. He wants to start a legitimate life with her. He is also about to graduate college too, which is awesome. So, and he's the greatest thing was that he came over tonight for dinner, and he was already showing us that he wrote up a budget on how they're going to live. He's already picked out a place for them to live, and he's already he's already starting the whole process. We've been giving him some advice. He's looking at an apartment that he really wants to get, but it's a really nice one, and he can afford it, which is good. But the thing is that he says, I'm going to wait to apply for it till later. And I'm like, no, dude, you want to do it now. So it's kind of like giving him like the little advice, but I barely gave him any advice. He was doing everything right. And I was just like I'm just really proud of him. I've known him for about 10 years now. And to see him growing up to be a man and knowing what to do instead of just kind of like so many of the young people today who just don't know what they're doing. He's already wanting to go for it. He loves his soon to be wife, and I'm so proud of him. And he's definitely an inspiration to a lot of young people to this day. And all before he turns 23 too, which is amazing.
Dang.
So,
Did you have
Yeah,
anything to do
awesome.
with that?
I would like to say I did. His father, his father was actually a real dirt bag. He abandoned my wife and him when he was 2 years old. And but the great thing was is that along with that, I've given the tip of the hat to my late father-in-law, who I honestly never met, but when he stepped in to be the father figure for him, and so did he also had a really cool martial arts teacher who also stepped in trying to teach him how to be a man, and he's like this a great influence for what I would say for somebody who is, like I said, in their early 20s now, like what I mean, he's just a prime example of what I wish that almost everybody in his generation could be like.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It's
Love it.
Thank you.
Let's get
Yeah.
and we're ready.
Yep. Definitely.
And
Yes.
Dark
You're
Helmet.
gonna make us cry if you start saying that shit.
All right. This
Oh,
one,
fine.
I actually saw this on a video recently, so I'm gonna give my
Uh-oh.
tip of the hat to a Vietnam veteran that I actually watched the story on. JRC, I'm prepared to present honors when commanded.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Not yet. All right.
Pre-stage.
It's Joe Hooper. He
Ooh.
joined the United States Navy in 1956. He served from 1956 aboard the San Diego, he did basic training for the Navy in San Diego in 1956 as an airman aboard the USS Wasp and the USS Hancock. He was
Wow.
honorably discharged in July 1959, shortly after being advanced to petty officer, third class. Sorry, I'm reading this off here because he deserves all the respect in the world for this.
Mm-hmm.
He enlisted in the United States Army in May of 1960 as a private first class, and he served during the Vietnam War, through the entire Vietnam War, multiple tours. Has 115 confirmed deletions during the Vietnam War. Led his men by example by leading from the front. Started as a private, mind you. He ended his career as a captain without going to OCS.
Yep.
He was the kind of guy that would lead his troops and inspire his troops to
How many
continue on.
levels between those?
Well, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Trust
That's a
me. When
ton,
you go
yeah.
from a private first class to a captain for field
I remember
commission,
Captain Pierce from MASH.
You said he was Army, right?
no, he started out as Navy.
Yeah,
and
but
joined
when
the Army. Yeah, he joined the Army during
Okay,
he joined the Army during the Vietnam War. And,
that's almost like 12 ranks. Oh wait,
Yeah.
11 to
So
12 ranks.
by
Yeah.
his actions alone.
alone, yes. And he got this.
Wow.
Well, he got sent
Wow.
back to stateside in 1980.
But did he have DEI hiring practices to help him along?
No, this was
Believe it or not, no.
no. In 1968, he got sent stateside. 1969, he begged the White House to send him back to lead his men again.
What?
And here's the medal. Here's the medals he earned while in combat during Vietnam. And that's with the 115 deletions that they know of. Him and his men stormed multiple beaches on a 20-foot wide beach with they had bunkers and everything, and they took every one of them during the Vietnam War. Bronze Star with Valor, 1 with Oak Leaf Cluster. Army Commendation Medal with Valor, 1 Bronze Oak Leaf Cluster. National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Cross of Gallantry with Palm, Purple Hearts. He got 8 Purple Hearts during the Vietnam War. Army
I'm
Good
sorry. Did you
Conduct,
say 8?
8 Purple Hearts during that.
What do you need to get a Purple Heart?
Get wounded in action. He was
Yep.
actually rescuing men.
Jesus
No, he was
Christ.
rescuing his own men under fire with shrapnel, and taking fire with other injuries, and was still pulling people off the front line to get them to safety.
Okay,
And
did he get 8 Purple Hearts all at the same time?
No, over the course of the Vietnam War. There was one
What?
battle. There was one battle where they were taking bunkers on another side of a river. Multiple of his men were down. He was going back taking shrapnel, gunfire, multiple injuries, and refused to leave his men until the next
He's
morning.
Captain America. He's fucking Captain America.
Army Good Conduct Medal with 3 Bronze Good Conduct loops. Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal. Air Medal ×4. Bronze Oak Leaf Clusters. Navy Good Conduct Medal. Vietnam Service Medal ×1 with Bronze Campaign Stars. Navy Pistol Marksmanship Ribbon with E device. Let's see what else he had. Vietnam Presidential Citation. Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation. Republic of Vietnam Civil Actions Unit Citation. We have more.
How's this guy not on your money?
Medal Parachutist Badge. Expert Marksmanship Badge ×1. Vietnam Parachutist Badge. And the United States Medal of Honor. During his career, he ended up passing away in 1979 from an aneurysm because he developed alcoholism because of how people were treating Vietnam veterans. He ended up having PTSD, drinking problems because of that.
Yeah.
The government let him down.
Yeah, and they did. The most manliest of men. He led by example.
What the fuck?
Hey,
They should have
JRC,
had a parade and his name would be...
we are going to present him honors with the salute. Order arms.
Nice.
John
He's supposed
Hooper,
to salute with
an
his
American
hand.
hero, an American patriot, a man that fought a man's battle, a man that every young man should follow.
Yep.
To give his life for his country, his fellow citizens, and his fellow troops. He gave everything he could and led by example. He wasn't leading behind the lines. He led from the front. And that is a man that absolutely should be remembered and honored. And when I heard that, dude, that brought a tear to my eye. That is a man that should be remembered.
What did he gain for his sacrifice? What did he gain? He sacrificed everything. What did he gain?
He gained the respect of countrymen, those of us that remember him today. Yeah. Not everybody may remember him, but those of us that are men and we hear about his story, we will remember him. His memory is still alive.
To add to that, my late father-in-law, he was also a Vietnam vet. In fact, he even was a Navy SEAL in Vietnam, and he was dishonorably discharged because he developed severe PTSD because nobody knew what that was, and they just assumed it was his behavior.
Now we know better.
Yeah, now we know better.
Yeah, his service should be adjusted for that.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty. I liked hearing that. I like that.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My tip of the head is not of that level. It's Ken Miles. I watched Ford versus Ferrari last night, and
good movie.
This guy, Ken Miles was pretty much he'll get in your face type person. Like, I'm gonna do it this way because I know this is the right way to do it. And he ended up, he technically didn't win the 24-hour Le Mans, but he did. It's weird. He could have won it, but then he was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna make it about me. I'm gonna make it about the team. and it showed a lot of humility with him because he was like, "No, I'm going to win this." And when I've heard that when he did that and he allowed like the famous three Ford GTs that are lined up, like that was him being humble about it. And like, you know what, we're gonna do this as a team. So I think that's pretty cool. Like we can learn that from him, where it's like it's never about us. Like the podcast's not about me. It's about you guys. It's about us as a team. That's why we do this. So yeah, I know there was one short bus. So I
Yes,
just
there
read
is.
it. One of the rants. I read one of the rants. That's why. So we'll get to Zelda's $1 rant that says, "My tip of the hat goes to Steve, who is honestly is so funny and cool. Make me a regular on more. We'll think. We'll think
Oh,
about it. Maybe. And then Dark Helmet did a $5 rant. This is not a tip of the hat, of course. He goes, Zelda, when we get married, we will have a blessed and biblical marriage. Ain't not bad.
oh
And
man,
then
that's
Gary
a first
Ambrosia.
from Man-O-Rama.
I
I
know.
don't
And
recommend
then
marriage
Gary
at all.
Ambrosia, how you doing, man? How you doing, brother? And he said, "Thank you
Gary,
very much
Gary.
for the $2 rant." He goes, "Here's $2. Take the bus."
Gary.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I want to
ride
thank
that bus.
Canadian Spider-Man, Vincent, JRC, Dark Helmet for coming on here. Just having a fun time, kick back, have an open conversation about whatever. It was a lot of fun. And then thank you for Dark Helmet, Zelda, and and
Thank you for the live romance novel. We appreciate it.
Gary, because I think there was one more, right? I think there was one more rant. I want to get everyone. I don't want to miss out on anyone who did a
Oh, I
rant.
saw Andy was here, but he was through YouTube.
miss
And
Oh.
Gary, I saw Gary post.
So with Zelda, Dark Helmet, and Gary, thank you very much for the rants. I feel very honored and blessed that happened. So, yeah, it's next week. I don't even know what the topic's going to be about. We'll figure that out. But you can catch the podcast on Spotify. I'm still uploading older episodes, and they will be on Spotify. So you can check that out at the Man-O-Rama podcast on Spotify. And because I think I did from 20 to I think 77 now, so it's taken a while to get all these episodes on there. But they're there if you want to drive, and because I know a couple people that actually listen to it on the road, and they're like, "This is
So
fun."
are there people that just listen to us and they don't know what's going on because they're not
Yeah.
watching?
Oh,
So
Well, they listen to the
so
older
they don't
podcast.
know what the. Okay,
No,
so
they
I have
know
a
'cause they
fire
hear the
going.
fire
They
going on.
know, maybe they don't know what the fire is.
they've never seen fire.
Yeah, they're
They've
blind.
never
I'm
heard.
blind in both eyes.
They don't know how
But-
incredibly handsome we are. So sad. So sad.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Mhm.
Well, 3
See,
out of
they
4
don't
of us.
understand how irresistible Dark Helmet is at 6'7".
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", you short Canadian bastard.
I think we should have a short off between Steve and Canadian Spider-Man. Short off.
Dude.
Yeah.
I will
Let me
take
get my
Steve out at the
centimeters
knee.
out.
Yes. Centimeters
But-
versus millimeters. Sorry.
We'll be here next
Kilograms,
week.
motherfucker. You're gonna have
We'll be
60
here next
kilograms
week.
of tears.
Okay. Yes, Steve.
Nine drink, yeah,
Yeah.
9 drink Canadian Spider-Man.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh, it's all good. Don't worry. So we'll be here next week. If you want to get updates on what the topic's going to be, usually on Fridays I give out what it's going to be, and then usually Saturday I'll do another promo to let who's going to be on. So it should be pretty fun. Yeah. On that note, I want to thank everyone in the chats and everyone on the panel and everyone who did the Rumble rants. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Chad's fingers. Oh, sorry.